Hi, it's Kayla with 98.7 AF Radio, broadcasting live here at Music Town, our new digs, and I'm hanging out with Lauv. What's going on?
What's up? What's up?
How was your trip here?
Good. It's definitely colder than I was expecting even.
You got your coat ready to go for the winter, I see.
I do, with the little fur hood on it, fake fur.
Fake fur, yeah.
Fur.
Have you been to Detroit before?
No, it's my first time actually.
What do you think so far about everything?
I mean, I really haven't gotten to do a whole lot, but so far very, very cold. And yeah, I actually had a really weird restaurant experience last night.
Oh no, where'd you go?
I forget what the place is called, which is probably actually good for them that I forgot what it's called. Because I'll just put it, they brought a burger out and forgot the bottom bun after taking a good 45 minutes to like get our orders out. And then also my friend's burger, he took a bite into it and it was still partially frozen.
Ew.
And it was supposed to be like a restaurant, like it was like a
Ew.
yeah.
There's a place you need to check out. It's Hot Taco. It's actually around the corner from here. Just
Really?
saying.
Hot
Really
Taco?
good Hot Taco.
Okay, so they have tacos. I love tacos.
Don't forget that.
I actually haven't had a meal today.
What?
You
You need to eat definitely before you get on stage at Kringle Jingle.
I know.
Definitely
I'm
think you
so
need to do.
excited, by the way.
Really?
I'm so excited.
What are you most excited for Kringle Jingle?
I mean, just like I just walked into the venue and it's just really sick venue. So, and it's just crazy, you know, to be playing with Dua and the Chainsmokers.
Yeah, I've seen you work with some artists before. You write your own music, which is amazing to me. Like, I think that takes like a lot of work. You worked with what, Charlie XCX, Cheat Codes, Demi Lovato. Talk to me about that.
Yeah, you know, so, you know, aside from releasing my own music as Lauv, I write and produce with other artists. And it's actually been kind of an interesting journey for me because I was focused on that for a good few years, you know. When I moved to New York and I was 18 in school, I was like, okay, I'll be a songwriter and producer. And then, you know, 2 years into focusing on that, I released my first song as Lauv, and I was like, oh, this feels so good. And so now I'm kind of in a place where, like, I'm very focused on me and doing my thing, but also super lucky to be able to work with other artists.
Yeah, how long have you been writing? Because I saw this crazy story that you wrote about an imaginary love when you were 13. So, yes, I have to hear it from you.
I mean, yes, I've been playing music my whole life, but I started writing when I was 13, and the first song I can remember was, like, a breakup song, even though I'd never been in a relationship. So I guess I've always been a little bit of, like, a hopeless romantic, and a lot of my favorite music has been, like, just, like, kind of heartbreak, longing kind of stuff.
Is it weird that you remind me of Frank Ocean? Have you heard that before?
That is a crazy compliment. No one's ever said that, but that's amazing.
I was listening to your stuff, and I got to Easy Love, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, he's a legend.
He really is.
Yeah.
Also, I want to talk to you a little bit more about I Like Me Better.
Yeah.
I saw the video of how you came up with all these different things, even like this like pedal loop of your own voice. I thought that was awesome. Talk to me about that a little bit.
Yeah, so that was probably I Like Me Better is probably like the fastest song I've ever written, and it was just kind of this interesting experience of really like I felt like it was kind of writing itself, like everything like I was trying to capture the energy of the room, right? So I came up with that like like the main
beautiful.
instrumental melody, and I didn't want to lose it, so I just like hummed it into my iPhone voice memos.
It was a voice memo?
Just literally just a ratchet straight up voice memo. Yeah. And then I sent it to myself on my computer, and I was like, I'll probably replace this with like a real sound. And then I just left it and like messed with it and stuff. So.
And I also saw like the title of your playlist on Spotify and YouTube. Yeah.
I Met You When I Was 18.
I Met You When I Was 18.
Yeah. So, I mean, basically, I Met You When I Was 18 is like my first body of work, but I'm kind of letting people into it because it's been a whole process of me piecing that part of my life together. When I was 18, I moved to New York City for school. Was in a place where I was like, I don't really know who I am or who I want to be, and I'm trying to figure all that out, and it's kind of crazy. And then I just fell in love out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I Like Me Better is like the beginning of that, and I Like Me Better it's like everything in my life is crazy, and I don't really know, but what I do know is whatever we have is really special.
It was like following a story, like a chapter of your life, which I saw that you called it that as well.
Yeah.
I was like, it really is a story. Your videos are really cool too. Like, what did
Thank
it take
you.
to make that?
Thank you. You know, I just like, for example, the I Like Me Better video, I really wanted to, like, you know, because the song is first
So
line, to be
cute.
young and in love in New York City. So I wanted to kind of like, I think what's even deeper maybe than, you know, that is like the idea of taking that love, that snapshot, that feeling, but still having that when you're like old and wrinkly and whatever.
When I first heard, I got to admit, it gave me like little butterflies. I'm like, this is so cute. I'm like, let me call my boyfriend.
Thank you.
Also, you're named. Funny story about that. My boss, Slacker, he calls me and he was like, come here. He's like, pronounce that. Because I'm like the person who has a terrible time
let's
pronouncing
hear it.
names. And I was like, Lauv, love. Like I
At
pronounced it like
first,
3 different ways.
Yeah. People usually say like Lauv or love, which the love thing is funny just based on the kind of songs I write. And people make like Lauv letters and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know. I saw I Lauv this song and all these cheesy things.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the cheesiest. But basically, yeah, it means lion in Latvian, and my mom's side of the family's from Latvia. I would go there every summer growing up. Really awesome place. My real name Ari also means lion, and I'm
it's meant
a Leo.
to be.
Yeah, so it's all like Leo lion.
All kind of
vibes.
connects there a bit.
Yeah.
And then my next question: what are you doing for the holidays?
So I'm actually tomorrow. I'm flying to New Zealand.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I've never been there before, but we're going for my cousin's wedding. Because his wife and her family are from there, so they moved there.
Travel a lot.
Yeah. So I'm about to go to New Zealand. I'm going to avoid all this cold. I think it's summer over there.
Can you bring some warmth here to Michigan for us?
Yeah, I'll try.
We are super excited to have you here at Kringle Jingle, and I can't wait for an amazing show. Super excited to see you, Dua Lipa, the Chainsmokers. Also, make sure you give me a little shout, all right?
Thank you.
Like,
thank
hey,
you.
Kayla. No,
Gotcha.
I'm kidding. Don't do that. Don't embarrass me like that. It's all right.
Just stop in the middle of the song. Just cut everything.
If you do that, I won't be
Kayla!
upset. I'm serious. I really probably won't. Thank you so much, Lauv.
Thank you for having me.